Doja, well done. Well done. I'm sorry that I couldn't come for the first one. So even though I had a conference and we didn't leave there until like 7 yesterday, I knew that I could not go back on my word because I told you that I promised you the second one I will be there. So when I told my husband I was going, he was like, how? You should be resting. And thank you, Mariah, for what you did yesterday. You did an amazing job at the conference. So I don't have slides because I didn't prepare. Because we had a huge conference. Over 1,500 people participated yesterday. Yeah. So it's huge. But my friend said, she always calls me Igniter. So she said I should come and ignite you guys. But I'm sure J Booms and Mariah have ignited you people. So I would like to drop something small so that I can now go home to go and sleep. Is that okay? Yes. But like Mariah, she shared a testimony. And I also want to share a testimony around my conference. Then I will share my small nuggets, okay? July 22nd, I got a confirmation from God that I should host this conference. Conference called Building Beyond You. And he wanted me to aggregate 1,000 founders, builders, entrepreneurs, people who were building businesses because he desired to see businesses become multi-generational. I think he was tired of seeing businesses that you start today, stop. Or you start, you do it well for 30 years, and after 30 years, that's all. And he knows that he put a passion in my heart from a little girl. When I see brands, I will be excited. I will see their logos. I will remember the color. Sometimes I would even read the label and the address of where the business is. I don't go as a child. And I remember adverts, the songs. I will hear them in my head. And oftentimes I will start researching to see whether those businesses still exist. And every time I see they don't exist anymore, I become sad. And one of the things I said in my speech yesterday was, God has a thought. He drops it in the heart of a person as an idea. And oftentimes, that idea is a solution to a world problem. When he gives you that idea, he wants you to also take a step. He will give you courage, maybe small bit, faith, small bit, and ask you to take that small step with that small faith. But many times we don't. So my igniting today is to show you something. Now, I've been doing business for a long time. I've done conferences some sort before, but nothing at this scale had ever been done by me. And also, Building Beyond You is a concept that is, in a way, it's new. So it's also, yet again, a new thing. So I just had cold feet as I started thinking about what it will cost to put a conference together. First of all, I said to myself, if I book a hall and people don't show up, it means that, because you have to deposit. So when you deposit, it means that money has already left you. If people don't come, it means that you still have to pay the balance. Then you get into debt. And I thought to myself, I've left House of Tara. I cannot take House of Tara's money to go and pay this debt. Because it's not a House of Tara project. It's going to be my personal money that I'm going to use. And I said, and if I'm not able to afford it, because somebody told me the conferences usually will cost between 70 to 100 million. Right? I said, well, my husband will now carry this responsibility to pay these debts. Then I had cold feet. I was now afraid to do it. Because we still have a child in university in America. And we just finished a season of dollars, big dollars, for 2 children. 2 of them just graduated. So we still have one. So we are kind of like, it's nice not to be able to be looking for dollars every day. Then to now add debts. And you're no longer, it's not like I have access to House of Tara's money anymore. So fear consumed me. And I had cold feet. But one day, my son called me, sent me a message, Mom, I want us to pray. And I have this challenge. He was explaining to me his challenge. So the thing was not about this, my idea, okay? So he called me and we just started praying and praying and praying and praying. As I was praying for him, And what he was concerned about, I just heard in my spirit, prove me in this thing. Prove me in this thing if I will not open the windows of heaven. Now, I know that scripture in the Bible, and it's Malachi 3:10, but it was not the full verse I heard. But I knew in my heart that I knew that word was from God. And then I told my son, hold on, I want to write something down. I quickly wrote it down. And then we continued praying for him. Next thing I heard was, bring the vessels. Vessels, vessels, vessels. I kept hearing vessels, vessels, vessels. I know what my son is praying about. It had nothing to do with vessels. So I wrote vessels down. The next morning, I sent a message to a graphic artist. And I said, design this flyer. Put this date. September 18th. The next thing, another person called. TFD, this date, I won't be around though, but I'm going to appease you. Can I be in the planning committee? That's how I had a 12-man planning committee of CEOs. I told somebody today, I said, I described myself the way, imagine if you had 12 of me when I was in my 30s. 12 of me when I was, not now, when I was in my 30s, in a committee. Imagine what will happen. I think God was annoyed when I said my husband will enter debt because of the conference. Oh, my husband will pay debt. I think God was annoyed. He now decided I will show you. So first of all, my 12-man committee, because they are big CEOs, they have power. They know how to organize. Because they're CEOs, they have staff. One person has like 200 and something employees. So they made me redundant. What's it done? That's number one. They registered the company in 1 week. They just sent me names of 3 potential names of company. I said, which one do you like? I took one. They went to register it. I was in worry receiving an award from my king when they registered the company. I was not here because they can do things. So God said, I told you to do something. You think I will not be able to give you the support you required. Wait. Then the ticket sales was coming in. In my personal name, I had a Money Point account. Money Point account, you cannot take out some money. You can't take out big sums because there's a limitation, right? So every day, money for tickets were going to the account. I was seeing them. But guess what? No vendor. I couldn't touch it. But what's more interesting was that no vendor asked for money for any of the services that we were going to offer. Until on Monday. That means that the money for the conference was piling up. I was seeing it. I could not touch it. Not because I didn't want to touch it, but there was not even an opportunity to spend it because the vendors were not coming. MCs, after a while, I was afraid of opening my DM or even answering to my phone. You know why? Because everybody was offering, can I be the MC? Can I be the this? Can I be the that? After a while, my friends will send me messages. What can I do to support you? I was afraid to respond because I already had a 12-man committee. What would they now do? Then I don't want you to feel bad that I'm refusing you. So I will not answer. When we got to worry, I told one of my older friends, I said, this is my problem. She said, hey. She said, it's nice to have this kind of problem. Let me tell you what you are going to do. Just create a form. Anytime they tell you, send them the form. These are the things that you can do. Let them pick anyone, including being in the committee next year. Do you believe that my mentees alone contributed 15 million naira to that conference? That's one. 2, remember that until Monday, we did not start paying for things because the money was in the bank. God wanted to say to me, you are the only one that has a husband, are you? I will show you that you or your husband, you will not spend 10 kobo of your money on this conference. And that's exactly what happened. I did not spend 10 kobo of my money. How much more? My husband's money. The conference was self-funded from beginning to the ending, financially. Then from a strategy standpoint, we had the solid CEOs who were behind it. I'll just wake up in the morning, somebody will say, oh, I was trying to buy a ticket, and I found out the price has gone up. Then they'll say, I say, how much is it? They'll tell me, I say, I'm coming. Then I'll go back. Hi guys, did you increase the price? Yes. TFD, we increased the price yesterday. Oh, really? Yes. Okay. Sorry, the price has now been increased. My guys, I went to America for 1 week. Last week, I just came back when I had a big conference. I traveled to America to go and spend time with my children with a big conference coming up. And then God now decided, okay, say I told you 1,000 people. You are now going to have more than 1,000 people. You will not spend your money. Your husband will not spend his money. You will generate money. The money, you will not touch it. You will be seen, then you will now know your mates. So next time, when I send you an assignment, don't pin, don't talk it, don't be telling me your husband, go, you and your husband, go stand over there. While I do what I want to do. Correct. My son was on the call yesterday, on the live stream. He had his pocket square on, with his jacket. You could see him with his full name. Like, my mom is working by faith. He sent me a message this morning. He said, Mommy, you're a water walker. People just shut down, look at him like the Fela-Durotoye. His pocket square, this is 3 a.m. in American time. I said, I'm sure he even has his socks and his shoe. Are you joking? My mom is doing something. Because I stewarded this information with them. And he understood what had happened. And he saw God. He wrote in caps, God can be trusted. So I've just shared this testimony with you to inspire you. To say when God asks you to do something, go ahead and do it. The amount of support. I cried often, many days. I will cry. And I was crying because somebody asked me, is it that you did not know you get this kind of support? I said, no, I always get support. It's normal. But this time was different. And God wanted to show me. We had people, go and sit down somewhere. Uganda, Cameroon, Ghana, Ivory Coast, Angola. What? To this conference? Yes. Because it was a message whose time had come. And it was something that God sowed. A thought that he had in his heart, he gave me as an idea. He gave me small faith, small courage to take the one step to create that poster. And immediately I posted it. This is provision of resource. And the resource is both human resource and financial resource. God can be trusted. Thank you.